Hi, good morning to everyone. Morning. Our today's topic is concord or agreement of a verb with the subject. This is one of the most important grammar topics. At least one or two questions are from this chapter will be given in the competitive examinations. So it is a time to focus on agreement of a verb with the subject. Okay, good. Let us see. So before we start the topic, I want to tell you one thing about this topic. What is agreement of a verb with the subject? We know that in normal sentences, what do we have? Is we have subject and verb. Subject must agree with its number and gender and verb. When we have a singular subject in a sentence, singular subject takes singular verb. If a subject is singular, the verb should be in singular. Okay, try to understand. The subject is plural, the verb should be in plural. All singular subjects are paired with singular verbs. All the plural subjects are paired with plural verb. So what I am telling you is subjects, all the subjects must agree with its verb. Subjects and verbs must agree in one another. In one another. Okay, try to understand. Let us see. The verb must agree with the subject in person and number. That is, it must be same person and the number as its subject. If the subject is a singular, there will be singular verb in number. When we have a feminine subject, the object will be also feminine gender. And same case, number and person. If the subject is a first person, there will be first person subjects. If the subject is a singular and the verb also singular. When we have a singular subject, verb must be in singular. Okay, try to understand. Please all of you see this definition. The verb must agree with the subject in person and number. That is, it must be the same person and number as its subject. Let me explain you with examples. See the examples. He likes coffee. See, he is a subject. Likes is a verb. The subject is a third person singular. So already I explained you in the previous topic, previous chapter. In the present simple tense, if the subject is singular, singular subjects take s, es, or ies to the verb. I mean, what I am telling you is all singular subjects take s or es or ies. See, he is singular, verb also is singular. So here see subject and verb must agree. Agree. She is a teacher. She is a singular. So we use a singular verb is. I have a pen. I have a pen. I is a first person subject. So we use have. We never use has with I. I have a pen. Look at another example. They like coffee. They like coffee. They is third person plural. Only take V1, first form of a verb, plural verb. They is a plural subject. So it takes a plural verb. We are students. We is a plural subject. So are is a plural subject. We always take a plural subjects. It has a nib. It is a singular subject. So it always takes a singular verb. Has is a singular, have is a plural. Is a singular, are is plural. Likes is a singular, like is plural. Please all of you look at the examples. So this is the table. First person, I am, I was, and is plural. First person plural is we. We use are or were with we. When we come to second person subject is you. We use are or were with second person. We use are with in the present tense, were in the past tense. We, you is also a plural. Same auxiliaries we use. We are, you were. When we come to third person singulars are he, she, it. We use is, was with all third person singulars. When we come to third person plural, what is third person plural? Third person plural is they. We use plural verb with they. I mean, in the present tense we use are, in the past tense we use were along with they. Please you try to look at the table. Please all of you try to look at the table. Good. Some useful hints. Please you try to understand. The verb must agree with its real subject and not with any other noun that may immediately precede it. Precede means before. Precede means before. Precede it. Okay? Good. Let me explain you with one example. One of my friends has gone to Australia. See, we have to identify the real subject. The real subject. Here the real subject is one, not my friends, which is immediately precede to the verb. See, one is the real subject. Many friends are not real subject. One of my friends has gone to Australia. One of my friends has gone to Australia. Please, you try to understand. Each of the boys was given a fountain pen. Each of the boys, there are many boys. Every boy is given a pen. So the real subject is. The real subject is each. Each of the boys was given a fountain pen. Please, you write. The singular subject. We use a singular verb. Each is a singular subject. So we have used the singular verb. Every one of the clerks has applied for casual leave. Everyone is a real subject. Everyone is a singular subject. So it must agree with its verb. Singular subject and singular verb must agree with one another. With one another. Every one of the clerks has applied for casual leave today. Let us see another example. Neither of the combatants was able to win a massive and decisive victory. Try to understand? Neither is a singular. We always treat neither as a singular subject. So singular verb was is used. Singular verb was is used. Okay. The second one is two or more singular nouns connected by and are normally followed by a plural subject. When we connect two singular nouns, two or more singular nouns using and, it is followed by plural verb. Plural verb. Always take plural verb. Please try to understand. Tobacco and alcohol. Tobacco is one subject. Alcohol is another subject. Both the subjects are connected by and the conjunction. So the verb should be in plural form. Are is a plural verb. Is a singular verb in the present tense. Was is a singular in the past. Were is a plural in the past. Has is a singular in the present. Have is a plural in the present. And is in the past. Tobacco and alcohol are injurious to health. See, tobacco and alcohol are injurious to health. Oil and water don't mix. Oil is one subject, water is another subject connected by and. So we always use plural subject. So don't is a plural, does not is a singular. Sumati, Sumitra and Susila are great friends. Third usage. When two singular nouns connected by and together express one idea, they are followed by a singular verb. When two singular nouns connected by and together express one idea, they are followed by singular verb. Age and experience brings wisdom to man. Age and experience brings wisdom to man. So brings is a singular verb. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Wins is a singular subject. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Two subjects expressing one idea. So when two subjects express one idea, we always use singular verb. Please, my dear students, try to understand the rule. Third rule. Please, you look at the rule. Please, you go through the rule. Bread and butter is one idea. Two subjects giving one idea. So we use singular subject, singular verb. What they want. Bread and butter is what they want. Please look at. The fourth one, when two singular nouns connected by and refer to the same person, the singular verb is used. When two singular nouns connected by and referring one person, the verb always in singular form. The verb should be in singular. Please mind it. My uncle and guardian wants me to study medicine. My uncle and guardian wants me to study medicine. See, singular subject. My uncle and guardian is the same one person. My uncle and guardian is one person. So we use singular subject wants me to study medicine. Orator, the statesman is no more. He is a orator and he is a statesman, referring only one person. So the verb should be in singular is. Note, if the two nouns refer to two different persons, the articles and possessive pronouns should be repeated at the verb should be used in the plural form. When two nouns refer to two different subjects, the articles and possessive pronouns should be repeated and the verb should be used in plural form. Please try to understand. Let me explain you with one example. See, the orator. Here we have used the definite article the before orator and the before statesman. Two subjects are connected by and the definite article is used before both of them refer to two different persons. When articles are used before the two subjects, it means it indicates and it refers to different people. So we always use the plural verb. The orator and the statesman both are the different people. So the plural verb are is used. My uncle and my guardian want me to study medicine. My uncle is different, my guardian is different. I have one uncle and I have another guardian. So these two people are different people, so that we have used the plural verb. Want is a plural verb, whereas wants is a singular verb. Is a singular verb, or is a plural verb. Please you try to understand. So when singular nouns connected by and are preceded by each and every. When two singular nouns are connected by and preceded by each and every, they are followed by the singular verb. They are followed by the singular verb. They are followed by the singular verb. Let us see. Each man and each woman has a vote. Each man and each woman has a vote. See, each and each is used before man and women. So even these two are connected by and, but we always treat them as a singular. So singular verb is used. Singular verb is used. Please you try to understand, ma? Please. Every officer and every soldier has to be ready to sacrifice his life for the country. So every officer and every soldier connected by and so singular. There will be singular verb. There will be singular verb. Right. Coming to see the sixth rule. When two singular nouns are connected by or, either are, neither nor, are followed by singular verb. When two singular nouns are connected by neither nor, either are, the verb should be in singular form. Simply. The verb should be in singular form. Right. Neither Ram nor Govind has any right to proceed. Neither Ram nor Govind has any right to proceed. Either Pratap or Pradeep has done this mischief. Okay. See, connected by neither nor. Either are two subjects. Ram and Govind are two different subjects connected by neither nor. So we always use singular verb as is a singular verb. Please. Seventh one. When the subjects connected by or nor are of different numbers, the plural subject should be written last and it should be followed by a plural verb. Please you try to understand the rule. When the subjects connected by or nor are of different numbers, the plural subject should be written last and it should be followed by a plural verb. It should be followed by a plural verb. Neither the principal nor the lecturers were present at the meeting. Neither the principal nor the lecturer, two different subjects connected by nor. We use plural verb, please, were present at the meeting. Either Mehta or his parents are responsible for this. Either Mehta or his parents are responsible. Please you look at the examples. Neither the chief minister nor his colleagues have any explanation for this. Good. Eighth one. When the subjects connected by or nor are of different persons, the verb should agree in person with the subject nearest to it. Nearest to the verb. Please look at the example. Neither he nor I have money to spare for this. Neither he. Actually, he is a third person singular and I is a first person singular. We have to keep in mind the subject which is near to the verb, according to the subject near to the verb should be placed. Neither he or nor I have money to spare for this. Neither you nor Ram seems to be capable of doing this. Capable of doing this. Either you or Gopal has to take the lead in this matter. Either you or Gopal has to take lead in this matter. Some nouns, another example, see. Some nouns are plural in form, but singular in meaning. See, some nouns look like they are in plural, but they are singular in meaning. So always we use singular subject. Even they look like they are in plural form. They should be followed by a singular verbs. Please, Seema, love you see. Some nouns are plural in form, but singular in meaning. They should be followed by singular verb. They should be followed by singular verbs. The news is too good to be true. The news is too good to be true. The news is looking like it is in plural form, but it always takes singular verb. It always takes singular verb. See, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. Tenth one. Collective noun is followed by a singular verb when the group is thought of a single unit. But when Individual members of the group are part of the plural. Verb is used. Please write to understand. It's very, very important. Collective noun. It's a mere collection, like a bunch of keys, a group of judges, etc. Collective noun is followed by a singular verb when the group is thought of a single unit. But when individual members of the group are thought of, the plural verb is used. The plural verb is used. The ship's crew was a mixed group of different nationalities. Different nationalities is single thought, single unit. So singular verb is used. So look at the second example. When the ship arrived in port, the crew were taken into custody on charge of mutiny. On charge of mutiny. See here different. All the people, the crew were taken into custody on charge of mutiny. It is but individual members of the group are thought of. The plural verb is used. Second example. Were taken into custody. Were taken into custody. The committee was appointed to study the question. Committee is consisting of many people. The committee was appointed to study the question. The committee were divided on the question of increased DA for the employees. The committee was appointed to study the question. Here the singular verb is used. The committee were divided on the request of increased DA for the employees. But their opinions are different. When they express different opinions, the plural verb is used. When they express only one idea or one opinion, singular verb is used. When the subject is a sum of money considered as a whole, the singular verb is used. Look at the example. When the subject is a sum of money and the reference is to the bills, coins considered separately, the plural verb is used. The plural verb is used. $1,000 is not a small sum. $1,000 is not a small sum. $1,000 were distributed among the prize winners. See, when the subject is sum of money considered as a whole, singular verb is used. And when the subject is sum of money and the reference is to the bills, coins considered separately, the plural verb is used. There were 20 silver rupees jingling in his pockets. Jingling in his pocket. There were 20 silver rupees jingling in his pocket. So, plural verb is used. Review. The topic is verb agreement of the verb with the subject. The verb must agree in number and person with its real subject. And we have discussed the rules regarding the concord. Look at the exercise. Subject and verb agreement exercise. Choose the correct form of the verb that agrees with the subject. One is done for you. Annie and her brothers. See, two subjects are connected by and. At school. Is a school or our school? The subject is plural, so the plural verb is used. Annie and her brothers are at school. Please, all of you note down the exercise. Look at the exercise and note down. Either my mother or my father coming to meeting. The dog or cats is or are outside. Either my shoes or your coat is or are always on the floor. George and Tamara don't want to see that movie. Benito does not don't know the answer. Please, all of you write down the exercise. Please do the exercise. If anyone has any doubt, if anybody faces any problem, while doing the exercise, please, you are expected to contact me. You are expected to contact my number. My email ID is given. The last slide. Please note down. Let's move to another slide. All of you note down. Every one of those books is or fiction. Nobody know or knows the trouble I have seen. Please, all of you. Mathematics is or are John's favorite subject, while civics is or are Andrea's favorite subject. $8 is the price of the movie these days. These days, please, all of you look at the examples, my dear students, and do the exercise. And do the exercise. Thank you. Any one of you has any doubt, please contact me. Please, all of you go through the textbook. Whatever the topics we have discussed, we have completed. Please, I request, I ask every one of you, please open your textbook and go to the textbook and complete all the exercise and do all the exercise in textbook. Please, textbook. Please, all of you should have the textbooks. Thank you, one and all.